Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all of the Tauruses out there. If you are a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of May of 2025. And in case any of you are interested, I will be using my Every Little Thing You Do is Magic tarot deck, one of my favorites. I am in love with the symbolism. I love the cards. I love it all. So I hope you guys will too. With all of that said, let's see what Taurus has in store for May. Taurus, you got a big month ahead. Cycles ending, new beginnings. So all of the cards that fell out together. We have the Lovers reversed. We have the Ace of Cups, the 10 and the 8 of Swords, both reversed. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. So we have two aces. And then when I went to move the deck just closer to me, the card at the very, very bottom slid out. So it made itself visible to me. And it is the Wheel of Fortune. So, like I said, lots of energy of cycles ending, new things beginning, but especially cycles ending that really had a lot to do with your sense of self, your sense of self-worth, and the way that you related to your mind. Like how I believe in the past, your mind may have had more power over your decision making than anything else. You might have been disconnected from your intuition, you might have been overthinking. There may have been issues with even like depression or anxiety or things of that nature, where you've almost created this cocoon, this mental prison that you didn't realize had been making your decisions for you for a very long time. But you're coming out of that. You are coming out of that. You're coming out of this. I have to take a pause. I had to take a pause, maybe continue. I feel like this really, it's like a heaviness in my heart almost. It's not an ache. It's hard to explain, but it's like a it almost feels like a block too between the heart and the throat. So maybe there was some sort of heartache that caused a disability to be able to speak out because swords isn't just intellect and the mind, it's also our ability to express and communicate with others. So it's possible that something happened that caused this like knot, like a twisting of your heart almost, which caused this pathway between the two to get blocked, which like I'm thinking how Ursula took Ariel's voice. It was almost like that, like the situation like took your ability to speak up for yourself and express how you're feeling, even to your most trusted people. It was like you just couldn't get it out. Like, and maybe it's because what you were feeling couldn't be put into words. Because a lot of times when you're so deep in that feeling, there is no real words to express how you're feeling. Because there is so much depth to it. So I think whatever did happen that caused this, it caused that disconnect. So your inability to express yourself then caused this like mental fog. Again, it could be depression, it could be anxiety along with that. This feeling of just feeling like you're trapped in your head and you cannot find your way out. But with the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords being reversed, and again, two aces coming out, you're at the tail end of that. Like the cycle is ending. What has kept you trapped before? What has kept you feeling like you're in a mental prison? You finally recognize that you do have the choice to sit and ruminate and let it take over your entire body, or you can recognize that your mind is but a fractal of your entire being, of your entire expression. And I think that's what you were coming to realize is like, in order to heal, I need to take the power away from my mind. I need to take these swords out of my back. And I like that the Ten of Swords is reversed because I think this still denotes that this cycle of pain and hardship is ending. But when it's reversed, gravity, butterfly just flew in front of my window. Gravity is doing the work to pull the swords out of this poor little deer's back rather than when it's upright, they're pushing down. But another butterfly, that one was a yellow one. The first one was orange, the second one was yellow. So, yeah, sacral and solar plexus activation through this healing work. But gravity fate is helping to take these swords out on its own so you don't have to like put in the effort to do it. It's like you had to make the choice to not let your mind hold so much power, but now the effort, it's almost like your ancestors and your guides are like, let us do the heavy lifting now. Like it was hard enough for you to make this choice to not let your mind rule you because you were stuck in like such depth of feeling and cloudiness and inability to really connect with yourself. They said, you've worked hard enough, like let us do the heavy lifting from here and just focus on whatever is new. And even maybe right now listening to this, you're not sure how newness could come. You might still be kind of lingering in these feelings of like heartache and depth and again, it almost felt it's dissipated now, but it felt like a compaction almost. I'm not sure, but the other cards really show that new beginnings and luck and fortune and expansion are on your side. And it all stems from this place of genuine self-love. And again, with the lovers, it's when the lovers is upright, it's not just about relationship, but it's also about your ability to choose what you want, who you want to be moving forward. When it's reversed, there isn't a choice, but it's because you are so focused on growing and coming back to yourself and self-love. And here's my Nelly girl. You're so focused on self-love that the only choice is growth. It's coming back to yourself. So it's not that you don't have a choice in like what to do. It's just that you don't have a choice because you are so focused on loving yourself enough that you will do anything to bring yourself back to yourself. And the lovers is of course a Venusian card and that connects to you and Libra as well. Hi. That connects to you and Libra. So there's just this sense of like coming back to your ancestral planetary roots too through this act, this genuine act of self-love. And then with the Eight of Wands and the Eight of or not eight, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, we have new beginnings on the horizon. And the Wand suit is all about Nelly, pick a side. The wand suit is all about coming back to your creativity, your inspiration, your ability to be inspired by the world around you, to go out and experience newness and find passion and excitement through this sense of experience, through creativity. She just sat directly on the cards. So, animals could be playing a big role in helping you heal right now as well. So, do not like dismiss even wild animals too. Your house pets obviously always show you love, but don't dismiss any messages you might get from wild animals, from butterflies, from birds, from little bunny rabbits, from all of these things, especially as spring starts to come anew. It's like the world is growing alongside with you and showing you that rebirth is possible. Um, and it's not just meant for like outer nature, because we are a part of nature as well. And I think getting back out into nature, this came in a channel last night, getting back out into nature is going to help you radically heal faster than I think you would be able to if you just tried to do it on your own. Um, and as much as like you love the people around you and everything, nature is going to have the most positive benefits in terms of healing what really needs to be like deep dredged up wounds that might still be lingering from this period of disconnect from yourself, from disconnect from your expression, your creativity. But ultimately, like I said, wands helps to amplify those passions, those creativities, that path towards the self again, that path towards trusting your intuition rather than being led by the mind. And then cups is all about fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, feeling connected to your emotions. And there's also a sense of intuition there too, but the intuition's really awoken in the wand suit. So there is a double emphasis here on new beginnings that will bring you back to your intuition, which is going to guide you towards not only your healing, but what's to come after your healing. And then with the Wheel of Fortune coming out, it's again, luck and good fortune is on your side. Luck and good fortune is on your side. And again, this makes me think, I mentioned ancestors and guides earlier. This makes me think that if you just focus on getting yourself out of this mental prison and start to do things that you know you will love to do, focusing on that self-love, so focusing on that healing journey, your guides are going to come in and just start, and there's literally a door, like a doorway in this one. They're going to start opening doors for you for opportunity, for new relationship, for different things that will help you reconnect with yourself and find that sense of light and passion that you may have lost for the world, that flame, that eternal creative flame that is there for you. But it's just you've been so lost behind the fog that you hadn't recognized it for a very long time. But it is there for you. And you are going to be divinely assisted with this process. It's just trusting that this new beginning is going to bring you everything and more. Everything and more, and things you wouldn't have even known to expect to ask for because you didn't know they existed because you had been so lost in that darkness and that fog. But it's lifting. It's lifting, Taurus. It really is lifting. And you just have to be present enough to feel what needs to be felt through. Like how I took that pause at the beginning, I cut a lot of it out, or I guess I will. But I'm saying it like it already happened, like I already edited. Well, time is an illusion. Time is not linear. So part of me already has cut it out. But I had to sit there and pause for like at least a minute or two because I just like, I felt so like it's like this overwhelming thing. But after I sat with it and I acknowledged it and I spoke about it and I recognized it, it dissipated like that. And I said that in the video too. So it's just about being present with what you're feeling. It's being totally present with what you're feeling without feeling the need to overthink it or to intellectualize it. It's just feeling through it, dredging up what needs to be dredged up because that's how it's going to clear the pathway. And it's like the pathway between your heart and your throat. I just saw like sometimes those videos of like people unclogging pipes will come up and you'll see like this giant like line of sludge. It's like 5 feet long that they pull out. And then as soon as the tail end of the sludge comes out, it's like the floodgates have opened and the water like pours through, like bursts out at first. And then eventually it steadies back into like its normal like stream. But that's the thing. Once you dredge out that like guck, that muck that's been like blocking that, there's going to be an explosion of expression or anger or emotion other than anger. There's going to be some sort of explosion before it simmers down. And just know that that's all a part of the process of healing. It will level itself back out. And especially if you're not used to being so explosive, Taurus, you guys are air signs, you're very level headed. You are bullheaded, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, you're not used to being very like bam, like I've got a lot to say. That's reserved for Aries. That's like that's them, this is me. But there will be a moment where like a lot comes out that has been like held back but not consciously held back. Like it's been stuck. It was blocked so you couldn't speak on it. And again, I'm getting that vision of Ariel losing her voice to Ursula. But it's going to open. You're going to come back to yourself and everything will work out exactly as it's meant to, and this new beginning will be able to proceed. And I think you'll still be working on clearing out that drudge as you're already stepping onto this new beginning, because the act of stepping out is going to help you come back to the things that you love and then continue on from there. But just trust, it's all a part of the process. Another 10. Cycles ending, and temperance, and temperance. So cycles ending and integration through healing. Because temperance in the major arcana comes after death, and death is massive transformation. It's the dawn. It not only is it it's not only the darkness and the transformation, but it's the dawn that comes after that transformation. And then once the dawn comes through, we have temperance. It's integration of that healing work that you did in order to usher yourself through this transformation. So with this 10 of Wands, it's telling me that you have been carrying a lot of this blockage isn't even just yours. It might, and again, there's ancestral work here because this is the third time this is coming up. So this is ancestral healing. This is deep, deep ancestral work that you're doing. Bloodline healing, healing generations, 10 generations, the culmination. That's all coming through. I don't know who that's for. It might not be for everybody, but it could be for a lot of you. You are doing deep ancestral work where you're carrying wounds not only from your life, but from your mom, from your grandmom, from her mom, from her mom. Again, I just heard 10 generations. So it could be something that has led up to this point. You have been brought to earth to be the culminating factor that heals whatever it is needs to be healed. But that's the burden. It's not actually a burden, but that's the when I talk about 10 of Wands, that's always the word that wants to come up. That's the weight on your shoulders that you're carrying. Yes, partially it is yours, but partially it's not. Partially it's patterns and cycles that have been in your bloodline for a long time that you have been tasked with healing. And by focusing on your self-love, you are healing that ancestral line, not only for the people that have passed away and the people to come, but the people that are alive now. Because when you heal your DNA, there's a study that they did years ago where they took DNA, like a single strand of DNA, or I don't know, it was DNA that was similar. And they brought one to, I don't even know what country, but one was here in this country. They brought it 180 degrees to the other side of the globe in another country. And when they did experiments on, when they like altered one DNA, this DNA would go through the same transformation, the one on the other side of the world that they did not touch. So when you heal these parts of yourself internally, you are also healing your mom and your grandma, or if it's on your paternal side, that side, your sisters, your cousins, anybody who shares your DNA that is living will feel the effects of that healing. And what's brilliant too is I think at this point you've already done a lot of the brunt work of it, of just making the choice to step out of this mental prison that you've created for yourself, or that has been created for you in response to trauma that was placed onto you. Because you're doing that, it's like most of the hard work is already done. And you are opening doorways this wants to come through, not only for yourself, not only for opportunity for yourself, but cosmic doorways for your family members as well to step into their own healing journey. Because although we all share DNA, like you have a different mom and a different dad than your cousins do. So, or even like if it's you and a sibling, maybe you are focused in this lifetime on healing your mother's side, that ancestral line, where your sibling is focused on healing the paternal side, that ancestral line. So although you have these different, or although you have the same DNA, you might be here fulfilling different cosmic karmic roles of healing for your family. Even if you're twins, it could be different. You focusing on your self love and making these hard decisions is opening up doorways, not only for yourself, but also for your family to step into their healing journey to heal whatever role they are here to play. And even if it's not like a traditional sense of healing for them or for you, it's just this work, this dredging up helps open the door to allow other people to walk through and continue that journey of healing. And maybe that's where these new beginnings come in as well. It's not only new beginnings for you. Yeah, I'm getting really strong, like familial vibes here, familial, ancestral. And again, a big part of this healing journey is going to be the integration. It's going to be the integration. So integrating these acts of self-love into your day-to-day life, into your everyday life. If you started journaling as a way to try to express yourself, keep that up. If you started taking classes, or if you started baking, whatever it may be, whatever the things you do that make you feel that sense of passion, that sense of creativity, that sense of self-expression, keep it up. Don't only do it when you are in the depths of your pain and your hurt. Do it when you're feeling elated. Do it when you feel like everything is just fine. Do it when you're bored. Do it when you're excited. Do it when you have 18 other things to do, but you just feel this urge to do it. Like incorporating sacred creativity into your life is going to change the trajectory of where you go from here. And that's part of what this new beginning is. It's tapping into that sacred sense of creativity always. Like not having it be a thing you do, but a thing you are, a thing you become. You become the sacral sense of creativity. And Taurus is the Empress, which is creativity. It's fertility. It's birthing into existence something, not necessarily just biologically, but birthing, like becoming a co-creator of reality. Because the universe operates through us. The universe is the ultimate creator, right? Or I guess not the universe. The creator is the ultimate creator who created the universe, but the creator has created us to continue that act of creation. And as a Taurus, being so sacredly, divinely connected to the Empress, it's your duty to heal these parts of yourself that stopped you from creating, because your creation has the ability to heal and shift the world around you. No pressure. Queen of Pentacles, some more feminine energy, feminine earth energy. What's this? And the Seven of Cups. But it was reversed. I tried to flip it upside down. It was reversed. So similar to how the Lovers upright denotes a choice, but when it's reversed, it's like you really don't have a choice. The Seven of Cups, when it's upright, it's an abundance of choices in front of you that you'll have to kind of feel into what is actually right for you to choose from. When it's reversed, yeah, there might be multiple choices, but there's only one that's right for you. There's one choice you have to make, and it's the choice to put yourself first. And that's emphasized with the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she is the second to last card in the entire tarot. She has gone through all of the journeys. She sits on her throne of wisdom, of experience, of love, of fulfillment, of creativity, of all of these, with all of the lessons she's learned throughout the entire deck up until this point. and she sits at this height, but she does not see herself as higher than others. She knows she is the same as everybody else. She's just maybe a little bit further along her journey than others. So she holds this deep sense of wisdom, this deep sense of compassion, this deep sense of spiritual understanding. She knows the game, and she knows how to play it. And she recognizes how potent her role is in her own self-discovery, and how her self discovery is what opens the portals for other people to heal and discover themselves as well. And that is kind of where you're sitting now. That's where you're sitting now. And it's interesting. I was talking about the Empress, and this looks like one of those ancient fertility statues on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I was gonna try to split the deck to be like, am I gonna find the Empress if I split it? But no, it wasn't the Empress. And now I'm just like trying to move the deck. I'm like, show me the Empress. Oh, there's the Nine of Cups. So fulfillment. But ultimately, Taurus, and again, I say no pressure because it seems like it's a lot, but it's what's interesting is I think this has always been a part of your divine plan, was to go through what caused that initial tenseness in your heart that caused that blockage, so then you could heal and release that blockage, open up the pathways for your ancestral line and the other people that are here to heal your bloodline as well. Tap into that sacred sense of creativity. Some of you are really meant to be profound and prolific artists, like something about creation. And it doesn't have to be art in a typical sense. It doesn't have to be painting or drawing or anything. It could be graphic design, it could be advertising. Like, you are here so your creations can be seen and felt and felt and felt and felt. And you're supposed to, oh, that's deep. What you went through was almost, I just heard my voice say, don't say almost. It is. What you went through and the depth of feeling that you moved through in order to heal is exactly what you will be able to call upon to create some of your greatest works. And what's fascinating now is, now that you're on the other side of it and you didn't run from feeling it, again, like I said earlier, sitting with whatever you're feeling in your body, sitting with those sensations is going to help move through it. But because you sat with the sensations, your body now knows what it felt like, where it was localized, how it made you feel in the rest of your body, what it brought to mind. So it's like not using your mind to intellectualize your feelings, but using your mind to almost express like, remember earlier how I said it's hard to put into words? That's kind of what it is here. It's like using the mind to dictate the words for how you're feeling, and then using the words to then create whatever it is. So maybe it's writing for some of you, but others it's like using like some sort of medium to bring what you were feeling to life in order to shed light on it and help other people that are going through it presently. When you make whatever it is you're making, people will be moving through a similar feeling, a similar experience, and they will see your art, they will see your billboard, they will read your book, they will, whatever it is, they will consume that in some sort of way. I don't like using that word consume. They will they will take it in exactly the way they need to. They will integrate the fact that they are not alone in this feeling, and then they will start their journey towards healing. Like, you are a catalyst. You are a catalyst, Taurus. And this is truly only the beginning. All of these choices that you're making, and the emphasis that there really is no choice other than self love and healing and growth from here. You're a catalyst, Taurus. And you're here to heal the world, even if it's small scale, even if it's, just a local community, even if one other person is touched by the work that you have done exactly what you're here to do. So create and express. Find a way to heal what you need to heal so you can create and express, so you can clear that blockage, reconnect with your heart, tap into that sacred creativity, and just bring to the world what you are meant to bring to the world. And that feels complete. But with all of that said, this was a general reading, so it's possible not everything resonated. If that is the case, you can check out my website linked in the description below, and there you can book with me with tarot, astrology, human design, and numerology readings there. If you did like this reading, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and let me know how it resonated. And of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So Taurus, if you're interested in getting your forecast for the month ahead according to the tarot cards, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you guys here in the future. But otherwise, Taurus, there's not much else to say. It's just you are doing deep ancestral work that begins in the month of May. You're being guided and protected by your ancestors and your guides through this work. So even in the depths of your healing, know that you're not alone. Know that you are doing what you are meant to on this earth. I'm getting like choked up a little bit because it's deep work. It's deep work. It's dark work, but you have the capacity to move through it. I love you guys.